The one, the only Ringo Starr.
Somehow this has become routine. The reporting is routine. My response here ends up being routine. The conversation in the aftermath of it, we've become numb to this.
I had enough experience, well, we all did. During the 60s, we had, you know, there was people putting stuff in our coffee. You know, we had a lot of experiences. I know John was, you know, he knew who he was, that he was a soul that happened to be in this body for this period of time. And, you know, I don't think, it's just the method by which you die, you know. I mean, I think it's nicer if you can consciously leave your body at death as opposed to just some lunatic shooting you on the street or having a plane crash, something like that. I think it's unfortunate the way he went out, but it doesn't really matter. He's okay, and life flows on within you and without you.
How are you doing, Johnny?
Okay, go on. What do you do?
Oh, so why don't you...
Do you want to use me in any way? Okay. Tell me what you're going to do.
Oh,
I'm going to get this one.
Oh, that's...
What do you need, John?
Well, we listen to each other.
Listen to each other.
One of the original instructions in a book was called Touch Piece, where everybody in the audience had to touch each other. And that was long before Essalon or any of those people, those things where people are supposed to touch each other. In 1960, she did that.
Anywhere you want.
Yeah, I'll have a listen.
Wait,
I can still hear them laughing through your head, you see.
Yes?
Talk.
Okay. For some reason I feel I should cough or something.
It's happening inside.
Can you hear anything?
Well, it sort of echoes like a cave. Do you want to try it? Try it. And if you move that,
Oh, it sounds... That's amazing. I didn't hear a thing. John, you swallowed a clock, so anywhere I want to listen to you?
Heard that you've been leaving this town, but I saw you standing outside your door, looking like you did before, looking like you did before. Heard that you were leaving this town, but I saw you standing outside your door, looking like you did before, looking like you did before. Heard that you've been leaving this town, but I saw you standing outside your door, looking like you did before, looking like you did before.
We took the position that it is not proper to lie, either in suppressing the crimes of your own state or exaggerating the crimes of an official enemy. And of course, the commissars who insist on the right to lie are outraged by this. You want to go on to the next slide, this one having been discussed?
It's easy sometimes for the discussion to take on a feeling of us versus them. And when that happens, a lot of folks forget that most of us used to be them. You know, unless you're one of the first Americans, a Native American, you came from someplace else. Somebody brought you.
Well, you like being over here, I gather. I have had some English guests on. What do you think of yourself as English? First of all, let's establish that.
Well, sometimes, I mean, if you're talking about being over here or being over there, then I think, well, I'm from over there, you know.
Yeah.
But I normally think in terms of, I suppose I think in cliques and things like other people, like musicians and or long hairs and or under 30, over 30, etc., etc. And being married to a Hawaiian, it makes you sort of more international. Sorry about that.
Must be a mistake in my notes.
Well, people think of us as, especially in England, not so much here, we get a bit more respect in America as artists, but in back home, I think it's the case for all artists, back home it's a bit like, I'm the man that won the pools and lucky guy who had a spot of luck and married a Hawaiian actress, you know, and which isn't true, really. Do you get it?
Because I'm from Japan and he's from England, so somehow we found out that we're sort of passionately patriotic sometimes, you know, and we get, well, no, I mean, that's Japanese made, or no, I mean, you know, English are the first ones to do
we
this,
invented radar and penicillin, you know. But it's a fan turning into a hard hat, you see, when we start discussing, you know, well, we're both islands, and we're both little, and we both did this, and we both did that. And we find ourselves turning quite fascist discussing it.
You do.
Made in Hong Kong and all that.
Yeah. And you do jokes with each other, and you kid her about...
Always laughing, Dick.
Do you?